Hey guys and gals on YouTube, how y'all doing? You know, with that last video I did about the Blacktron Alienator, got to think about 6878 and 6876. Two sets that I feel are very similar, and one, this one, the Alienator is from 1988, but this other set is called a Low Orbital Guardian. It's from 1991. It's part of the second wave of Blacktron. The reason that caught my attention as I was putting sets away was this. Same pieces too. So I thought, you know what, let's do a comparison, because I felt that this actually feels more like space than this. But maybe I'm being unfair. Also, if you're probably building, you only got one of these, and this one's you got two. But it's that trans neon green as opposed to yellow. So the whole black and yellow scheme is gone. It's black and white. Almost reminds me of a police car. Anyways, on that note, let's open it up. Let's look at the minifigs. This one has a unique backpack, jetpack. We're just going to leave it on because we're going to go ahead and show these figures off as Lego intended. That squeaky plastic. I do miss that plastic sound of the old plastic. Okay. Blacktron 1, all black. Looks pretty evil, dark. Standard Neil's face, but nice improved helmet. Blacktron II seems a bit confused. In fact, let's go ahead and pull this backpack. Off coming his head. Now he's being like Django Fett, getting all the attention. Anyways, this is a pretty cool jetpack. I do like it. Yeah, and his hands grab onto it. It's pretty cool. It is a pretty cool set. But let's go ahead and compare them. I mean, he's got this stylized B, I guess means Blacktron. And he's got this trans neon green. The helmet looks good. The face, same. He doesn't look like a bad guy to me. He just doesn't look like a villain at all. And maybe this guy doesn't either with the smiley face, but maybe it would be. I mean, he's like torching a space station and sending all the astronauts out without their air tanks out, you know, out into the vacuum of space and smiling the whole time. He's got no letter B on him. He's just got a very basic outfit here and simplistic. Like, if I did a whole army, like if we did a squad of 10 of these guys and gave them some sort of weapons, let's give him one right now. This one should not be correct, but the piece was around. We'll give it looks like a 45. It's got a hole through it. Anyways, he would look good as an army. These guys, I don't know. I don't know if they, especially without their backpack and stuff, they just wouldn't look. They just wouldn't look right. But you know what? Let's be fair. Let's look at the builds. It's a walker. What can I say? Carries stuff. I guess you could modify the back of it to carry bombs or whatever. It's small. It is it's a little bit tall, and this looks a little bit goofy. This is wide open, and not sure about that design. Let's look at this one. Okay, so now this is a flyer apparently, right? This is low orbit. So maybe it's been dispersed, low orbit. Once again, though, you have the open canopy, not so good. These weapons, if that's what they are bigger. That's cool. Got these whip antennas. I guess that's kind of neat. Still has this weird walking motion. So now that's where I'm getting confused. If this is a flyer, why would it need to walk? I mean, if this thing is walking on the ground, it doesn't make sense. If it's a flyer, it doesn't need that, right? Also, it has this one of those containers on the back here, which is so common, and everybody seems to like them. And this panel goes inside there through the little slit. Oops. Once again, you know, it just seems confused. It seems like they're just using a lot of parts. They're trying to get to do multiple things. Maybe it could be dispersed, low altitude, and you know, come down and then walk around. But for walking around, traversing things, you got all this weight hanging out the back. It's big, it's tall, and it still offers very low protection. This one offers almost no protection, but it has a place for carrying, and once again, it's modular. and it doesn't fly, doesn't pretend to fly. It does have this weird bomb build on the back, but it doesn't say anything in its design about flying. Also, it has these 2 levers for steering. It's explanatory. This one, all I see is this grill piece. How do you steer? I mean, the only thing that looks like anything for steering is back here. This compartment looks like a refrigerator on the back. This is okay, but I see why AFOLs, when people who like the Blacktron line feel that this was probably the downgrade and was doomed the Blacktron line. And this, in its coarseness and its simplicity, kind of embraces a Blacktron line. Just like many of these builds in this experimental era of Lego. I mean, I don't mind this. I don't hate it. To me personally, it's actually a good army builder. Remember the old game, Space Invaders? You're fighting the endless wars. I mean, picture these things coming down, just like in that old video game, straight down. And some of those were walking. Remember, they were walking in the air as you were coming downward. It didn't make a lot of sense. But hey, I wasn't worried. I was just trying to get my full quarters to use how to play my game. So, yeah, this would make good Space Invader stuff. This one doesn't, because there's nothing about it that suggests flying. Where this one there is. So maybe it's more of a flying landing vehicle. I mean, maybe once you get to the ground, the enemy will shoot this off and boom, and it'll be live and they can walk around. I don't know. Okay, I'm just being silly now. But yeah, and from a collector's point of view, AFOL point of view, old dude like me, like can still play Lego sets. I think it's important to have both, one of each. But for army building, I would probably go for this one, and I don't like this, but I would probably keep it the way Lego intended. But for army building, this would be easier, and it makes more sense, especially a terrestrial force, than have something to fly overhead like the Invader, which is one they make. They also made like a race car one called the Bat-Trex, which I don't know about that. But from a collecting point of view, if you want all the whole set, you kind of need to get it. So, anyways, love Lego, and the cool thing about Lego is you can just change stuff around, do stuff your way, and so it's all good, I mean, here, watch this. I'm going to take the stud shooter, and I'm going to load it with a square stud. And then we'll put it in a guy's hand, and we're going to shoot. And it works. And that's awesome. And if these sets were being made now, they'd have stud shooters on them. And I'm talking way too much and way too long. Anyways, really appreciate the views out there. Great community. Guys and gals out there, stay safe, and let me know in comments down below what you think about these old sets. If you rock these old sets, if you even knew they existed, and what do you think about my idea about rescuing old sets from bulk lots? Although some of these, I promise not to become the guy where I go, hey, I found this one single piece. I'm going to build this 500 piece because I found part of it. Let's try not to do that. But one of these I'm building up. The other one, I should have probably just parted it out. But it's okay. It's all fun. Who cares, right? Anyways, y'all stay safe. Take care. Till next time. Ciao.